Morning. In my shed today we're going to be talking about headstock. This is on a Speedfight, but generally all bikes have them. It's the part that the handlebars connect to and the bottom end comes up through. So it's the pole, and on that pole generally you've got bearing top and bottom and 3 nuts that will tighten them down. 2 locking nuts, 1 main nut. It's an MOT failure, and what you're looking for, now you have to be careful, but listen. Can you hear that? It's very slight. So knocking, it's not from the bottom. You can see that when you look and when you move the handlebars, you can see the top end moving. Okay, that's when you know it's wrong. All right. So we're going to take the front off because there's no way of getting to it. You need a big screwdriver and a bloody big hammer. Now, there's probably a tool out there for it. I haven't bought it yet, so I still do it the old way. And what you got to do is the 2 top screws, or sorry, 2 top nuts. You knock them back, and the bottom one you knock round, just a tiny bit. You've still got to be able to push the bike back and wiggle it, okay? You can't do it too tight. There's a sweet spot to it. But generally this is minimal, so probably just 1 little tap round and then test, okay? So I'm going to show you that now. There you go, guys. That is your headstock. That's the top one. Okay, that has to be tapped that way round. And these are the bottom ones, these 2 here, and they need to be tapped round, excuse me, that way, okay? That's your headstock, just a little bit there. Well, they're the nuts that tighten it and untighten it. And there's a bearing there, and there's a bearing up here as well, which you probably can't see. Let me point out right up there. Okay, so all you do, as I said, loosen that one that way, and the other 2, 1 whole turn. And to get to it easier, sometimes you do turn it, you can see it moves as well. Okay, and then we tighten that down, and job's done. Simple, really. Right, guys, that was simple. Don't worry too much about getting it wrong, as long as you haven't really tightened it. Now listen, okay, no more doing it. I put a bit of block under wood, and now look, still nicely turns as well. It's got to be able to do that without sticking, okay? That is lovely. That's part of the MOT as well. Just put a bit of grease spray down there, and I tapped them back round. So as you see the little bits there, I tapped 1.5. Tried it, loved it, and then put the locking nut back. You must remember to locking nut, okay? Get that tight as you can, the locking nut. If you don't, it'll just wiggle loose, and all of a sudden you'll be rattling around, and it is dangerous. There you go, nice top tip, screwdriver, bloody big hammer. I'm sure there's a gadget out there somewhere. You don't have to take the top end off or anything else. Now, if it's really loose, and I mean stupidly loose, that it rattles everywhere, then maybe there's damage done to the ball bearings on the actual bearing kit, top and bottom. They may have lost them. You need to replace them, and then this has to come off, and the bottom has to drop out, and it's a lot of work. But that was really simple. That's an MOT pass now, and job done. So guys, please like and subscribe. Check out my videos. There is more than 40 odd now, and everything you should ever need on a Speedfight. But that's generic, pretty much. Cheers, guys.